You've got something that you said you passed out a letter or gave a letter to Bob Sprague resigning. Do you have that with you, Gary?
I got a copy of the letter right here that I gave to Bob Sprague, the chairman of the St. Clair County Democratic Central Committee. I'm also sending a copy of this to Michael Madigan, who is the chairman of the State Democratic Central Committee, because I believe that he should be aware of how the Democratic funds are being spent down here against other Democrats. It's not, you would think that money would be spent, to try to create a solid organization. It's not. That's not what's happening in St. Clair County. What's happening down here is it's being used for infighting, for exclusive control on a select anointed few people who are benefiting greatly from it, but it's creating blight, more blight, and that's the intention of the Democratic Party in St. Clair County, is to create blight in certain communities so that makes it easier for them to buy the vote.
Yeah, and control the vote. You're right.
If you're kept poor, then it's easier for them to buy your vote. If they try to buy a vote in a rich community in St. Clair County, they're going to say, get off on my porch. But when they intentionally create blight using their elected positions to do so, it makes it easier for them to commit vote fraud in those blighted communities. So this is the letter that I gave to Bob Sprague last night, and I would like to share it with your listeners at this time.
Go right ahead.
Dear Mr. Chairman, for many years my family and I have worked for and supported Democratic political candidates at every level and have volunteered our time and money campaigning for this party in the village of Cahokia. One would think that the purpose of the Democratic Committee would be to overcome opposition from other political parties. That does not seem to be the case with your committee, which seems to be more interested in facilitating opposition within the party. Campaign financial reports reflect the fact that since 2012, nearly all of the funds in your committee have been spent opposing me and other Democrats chosen by the people of Cahokia. You have even gone so far as to fund the formation of a third party for the sole purpose of opposing a chosen Democratic candidate. Your efforts, intentions, and funding have proven that you do not recognize or value my efforts as Centerville Precinct 18 committeeman, historically one of the most productive precincts for the Democratic Party in St. Clair County, bringing in 80% plus. You intentionally left me out of the loop, provided me with no signs, no funds for Election Day, in your attempt to discredit me. You paid a lot of other people instead to work my precinct, and they let the party down while taking your money. It is obvious that you do not intend to use your position of leadership to build a solid organization that serves the party at the state and national level. The result is a decline in Democratic positions, including the loss of the governorship and U.S. Congress district last November. Although I will always agree with many Democratic principles, I can no longer participate in St. Clair County as a representative of the Democratic Party. I plan to focus my efforts in a new direction. Why would I spend my own time and money convincing others to support local Democrats when those same Democrats spend their time and money against me? Enough is enough. I'm out. I hereby officially resign from my position as Democratic Precinct Committeeman after 8 years of service. No longer will I shamefully pretend to be a member of the St. Clair County Democrats. From now on, I will proudly and openly support the person, not the party. I will work tirelessly to convince others to do the same.
Very well written, Gary. I hope everybody absorbed that, and we'll have a copy here if anybody wants one. Did you hear his sincerity? This guy had been a Democrat, but they've pushed him out. They've pushed Jerry Nichols out. I can't speak for Carl, but Carl's been treated so poorly. He was the only candidate in 1972 on the on the Democratic ballot for coroner who lost the election. What does that tell you? And Carl's fought for the Democrats when he thought the Democrats were right. He fought with the Republicans when he thought they were right and came down and got something from the Republicans to the city of East St. Louis, and that's what Carl's fought for. And people, you got to understand, and especially the proud black community, Centerville, Cahokia, Allerton, East St. Louis, Washington Park, you guys have been used for so many years. I'm a proud white guy, but I'm ashamed at the way that the St. Clair County Democratic Central Committee has treated people, both black and white. Gary Cornwell, proud white man. Jerry Nichols, proud white man. They're getting screwed as much as the proud black community. And I would say, Gary, I understand where you're coming from. I've fought these guys for the last 5, 10, 15 years. And I agree. You got to vote for the person, not the party, because this party politics has destroyed not just St. Clair County, it's destroyed this great United States, or helping to destroy it. And I think they've lost a true fighter, a decent man in you, Jerry Nichols, and all the good people of Cahokia. And I don't think there's going to be any coming back. I think we're going to have to destroy the St. Clair County culture of corruption and let them build again and start all over.
That's right, and this isn't an easy decision to make. This hurts me to do this, but it has to be done if I choose to maintain my integrity, which I will do. And I'm proud of the decision that I'm making right now. I'm not looking back. I'm switching gears, but it's just hard because I've worked so hard to build what I've become today.
Yeah.
And so now I'm turning my back to that because it's not working in St. Clair County. And like I say, I still believe with a lot of Democratic principles. I believe that there's some things that benefit people, but with the way that the election structures are, you have to, in a primary, you have to decide between one party or the other. And so this wasn't an easy decision, but I stand by it 100%. And let me be very, very clear. I'm officially denouncing my participation today with the Democratic Party in St. Clair County.